Vivienne Stern. I'm a policy advisor at Universities UK, and I was responsible with colleagues for producing a document called Making It Count, which explains how universities have used the income from variable tuition fees. We produced this report because we knew that there was a substantial degree of concern when tuition fees were introduced that they would have an adverse effect on the number of people from particularly lower income backgrounds who went to university. And we wanted to look at the evidence for what had actually happened following the introduction of fees. And we also knew that there was a justifiable interest in how universities had used that additional income. And so what we've done is asked all universities in England to tell us what the income has meant to them. And alongside that, we've looked at national data, which gives us a sense of what's happened both across the sector, but also in key areas such as participation by students from low-income backgrounds. And the findings of the report are very positive, the most important one being that the introduction of variable tuition fees has not put students off attending university. In fact, in the last year, for which we've got figures, there was a 7.7% increase in participation, and over the period a very substantial increase in participation, particularly by students from low-income backgrounds. We've also been able to show that the income, although it's relatively new, is beginning to make quite a real difference to universities. We've seen a slight reduction in the ratio of staff to students. We've seen an improvement in the physical infrastructure in universities. In fact, I think 57% of universities say they've improved the quality of their estates or maintained their position, which is very positive. And we can also say that 25% of the income for the first 2 years, where we've got the data, has gone into bursaries and scholarships. So I think that's a very positive message. Making It Count then tries to kind of bring that to life and explain what that means in individual universities. So we've presented information from universities right across the sector showing the kinds of investments they've made, and that ranges from creating one-stop shops for student services, bringing together careers services and financial advice, for example. Lots of new buildings, new libraries, new facilities, new publications, sort of increased support for teaching and learning, particularly things like learning spaces which are much more about group learning and much less about the kind of individual sitting in a darkened room. So moving towards the way that students are increasingly expecting to learn from each other and working together. And also lots of investment in staffing, and of course staff are the backbone of providing high quality student experience. So that's really the message. I think that although it's a new income stream, it's only 2 years of data which we are able to present in this report. And we're seeing real momentum, and we're seeing demonstrable improvements that will affect the student experience. And that's what I think we're hoping will be continued as long as funding for higher education is maintained.